Hello everybody, it's Lily Back Launcher here, back with another World Conqueror 4 video. This is an exciting one because we have the new 1960 Challenge Conquest exclusive, only Challenge Conquest. You don't see it in the normal Conquest. And so, one of the requirements for this is to achieve victory as a 3-star country and no more than 65 turns. I'm sure that's going to drop down to something like 20 to 25 to 30, I'd say, turns. So you want to be quick. So, and you'll see that, Scorpion Empire has gotten pretty far. Europe version, covers a third of the continent most likely. Africa controls all of West Africa. Middle East stretches all the way up into Central Asia. You have Asia Pacific being a huge bother out there, and then you have the Americas controlling like most of America, and of course the revolution starts exactly where you think it would in the US in Texas. But we'll be playing to make this easier on ourselves, we will be playing the Empire rather than any UN country. I'm not sure if that will count as a 3-star country or if just as one of those Scorpion Empire things, but you're gonna see why I chose this. Really, you can already see why I already chose this. And it starts off by panning to whatever a Divine Wrath MBT with 2 cannons is. I'm pretty sure there have been countless videos completely debunking how stupid the concept of having two cannons in a tank is. But they went with it anyway. We do have to remember the game that we're playing and the demographic that we're playing it alongside. It's a crazy vehicle. You have nano restoration, so you heal up 6% of your health. If you have above 50% health, you take 25% less damage. Not have 25% more defense, it's take 25% less damage. That is very powerful. Pulse Shockwave, when attacking or counterattacking, there is a 10% chance to cause the target chaos. I'm pretty sure that chance is much higher if you are facing these things rather than playing them. And Divine Wrath Punishment, well, I guess that's where those 2 barrels come in. Each shell independently hits the target, dealing 80% of base damage. You basically attack twice in 1 turn. This thing is insane. And we also have a lot of really powerful units. We have a lot of elite artillery. We have these very powerful howitzers. We have a couple of those armored cars, a couple of Abrams tanks, a Tiger tank, and what's this? It's the M142 HIMARS. And it's got some crazy abilities. Destructive Strike. If the target's HP is not lower than 80%, this attack will be guaranteed as critical. You can launch with a range of 4 targets to attack, dropping their defense. That is crazy. Cooldown of 2 turns, and you have a 30% increased chance of critical attack, or damage, excuse me. And we don't just have 1, we have 2. Here's the other HIMARS we have. We have Alps. We have 2 Abrams. I think. Well, 1 Abrams here. Thing. More armored cars. I'll call them the things. Armored cars in the howitzers. Blech. Not just 1 Apache, and this is where it gets interesting. There's the rest of our forces. Centurion, T-72, more artillery. You have a couple of helicopters, couple more helicopters, so 2 Apaches, 2 or 1 of these, but actually there is 2 because we're all the way up here in Ireland as well. And we have armored cars, we have naval forces. Not just any naval forces. Once we get farther into Spain and Portugal, you get another Abrams, you get a Richelieu, and a level 5 Enterprise right off the bat, along with a level 5 Prince of Wales. Oh my goodness, this is absolutely nasty. And of course, you still have some of these absurd commanders. So you have Maldini on that Divine Wrath. He cannot be demoralized. He does extra damage and demoralizes the enemies. He's a beast. He has whatever this is. He has good medals. And that's just one of the guys we have here. We also have Wagner. He has 20% more defensive. He has an ally nearby, and he has Abrams' new abilities, which I discussed in the previous video. Excuse me. Very mobile, very powerful commander, and you do not want to see what these guys look like when you have to go up against them. Continuing along with the evaluation of our forces, so we saw that, okay, we have 4 helicopters, a lot of elite artillery, and a lot of howitzers and armored vehicles lying around. I personally think that the elite stuff is actually just as powerful as... So okay, so the howitzer and the armored car are elite vehicles. You can see with the little symbol next to them here, the little insignia. So these are all elite vehicles that, you know, some of our elite commanders can take advantage of. So let's just do a quick review of what the armored car can do. Does 50% more damage to non-building units. It only has a base attack of 76. Do bear this in mind. You can heal up, and when you're at full health, you take less damage. After attacking, there's a 30% chance the enemy will receive... wow, that's actually quite powerful. You can attack again after, and the next attack can do a penetrative damage attack where the secondary target receives more damage. So these are all very powerful units. What does the howitzer do? It has a similar healing ability. It can attack again, like a tank can, after destroying the enemy, and it has a 50% increased chance of dealing a critical blow. But I have 2 HIMARS, so you know what's gonna happen. Southern HIMARS is gonna be Konev. You know him. Northern HIMARS is gonna be Brook. You know him. Yep, let's just continue along. In no particular order. I guess we're going to infantry now. We can see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Phantom Forces, all of which are very powerful. I like the mobility they have with the helicopter function. I like that they're more survivable because of the Phantom ability. They do greater damage, bonus assisted by that critical attack. They can heal themselves up. That's probably less than half damaged. I don't know why Easy Tech is so bad about that. They consistently make that mistake. But yeah, so I have 5 Phantom Forces, and a lot of high-level RPG Rocketeers everywhere. I have elite forces, Hawkeye forces, powerful Hawkeye forces, but I still prefer the Phantom Forces for that mobility. And so, let's start distributing my commanders. The Soviets are good. I think the East and West Germans are the biggest threat, so I'm going to be deploying Malinovsky here in the south. Here in Central Europe, not the south. This is going to be MacArthur. You can be... no, I want Meretskov in the north. This is going to be Meretskov. This shall be... Higuchi. You shall be Yamashita. Oh man, I still have to distribute so many commanders. Tank commanders. Okay, let's go into the helicopter commanders and tank commanders first. For a brief moment. You know, Guderian is going to be here. This is also an elite unit, you can see, so Guderian's bonus is going to be applying. He's going to be crazy. Like, half of this video is just me assigning the troops. Wait till you see how long these turns go. This is gonna be Lieb. I do like the Alf because it has this ability where you actually do more damage when your health goes down. And it makes you very survivable at a point. Helicopters. Doolittle is a good helicopter pilot. I'm putting him in Denmark because I expect he's going to be taking a lot of damage from Germany and Sweden and Norway and all them. So I want him to be able to heal up through that with his fighting spirit. Unfortunately, no air defense or air mobility ribbons or air logistics ribbons. I would have expected that they would have improved that. On the other helicopter, this one is going to be my primary helicopter commander, Arnold. I might swap out Imperial Eagle onto a different unit because those nuclear bombs are powerful, and you'll see why. I want to be able to make that happen quickly because we can spawn the Typhoon right off the bat. Yeah. Now, who would I put on the Typhoon? I'm not sure. Right now, we're just distributing troops. We're not making any attacks. I'm going to cut off the video here and expand on it later. I do want to put Yamamoto on the level 8 Enterprise because when I spawn my own Enterprise on the level 5 Enterprise, my Enterprise is also level 5, but I'm assuming that most people haven't gotten it there. So I'll be using just one less attack on the Enterprise or a couple of less attacks on the Enterprise. I'll limit myself at just 5 points. But this, I still want to keep it. I still want to put Yamamoto on the most powerful unit, which everyone has available. Naval distribution. Mikao is useful because he has Night Raid, which is essentially Blitzkrieg. So he also has Wolfpack, so it'll be useful to have that on a land attack battleship like Prince of Wales. I do want to use the Richelieu. In that, I will make Darlan. And I'll keep a fleet with him. I'll send you to harass Cuba a little bit. I'm already starting to make moves, sorry. But those moves will be the same universally. I still have to distribute generals, man. The armored cars can be dropped with helis. So I do want to have, some armored cars in the Spanish Peninsula, the Iberian Peninsula, so I can skytrain them over to the States and start helping out there. I have another Richelieu. Oh my goodness, this is all absurd. That's gonna be Dornitz. I'm already down 15 commanders, and I still have to distribute all of my all of my commanders. So I've deployed my helicopter commanders. This is going to be Chenault, because he has this inspection ability. The helicopters have a range of 2. And they can heal themselves. They have after annihilation, you can possibly lower the enemy, and you can have a chance to dodge. So having these helicopters is good. I'll take Chenault, put him down there. This is going to be Dowding. I'll try to keep them in the city as much as I can because he is a powerful commander. I might upgrade his Air Force leader again. I do have the spare medals, since if you saw the last video, you saw that Patton requires 10 of the batons, and I only have 8. We might receive more soon, but I am not sure. I hope we do, because I would like to have Patton for when I play as the UN fighting the Scorpion Empire. You will need every commander you can get. Yes, you. So I have 2 decent air commanders left, and Nimitz and Nagumo, but Nagumo has rumor, Nimitz is a good naval commander, so I don't want to drop him down yet. I'd like to put Halsey on another Nimitz, on another Enterprise, excuse me. Man, I'm getting curse the Americans with their names of names. Like, you keep on naming your ships after real people, so I keep on thinking of like the modern super carrier Nimitz, but I'm also talking about the commander Nimitz at the same time. My deepest apologies. I did want to drop down an armored car down here in the south. I am going to make that be Bostico. Now, because Bostico has fighting spirit on him and retaliation, that could be useful in some contexts. He would be a good one to drop off into North America, since he would be more survivable due to fighting spirit. Oh my goodness, I'm trying to be quick here, but there's just so much material to cover, and this is in the initial distribution of your generals. Who do I have left? What kind of weapons do I have? 465. 465. You have a healing ability. You have some healing factor. But this is also so powerful. You don't have any healing factor. 105, 102. You know what? I'm doing it this way. I expect you're going to take a lot of fire soon. Same with you. I do need to drop Rommel down. I think I want to keep it on an Abrams because the Abrams has high defense, high critical attack rate, and it does overflow critical attack rate and such. And that's good for someone like Rommel, who does high critical attack damage. Or rate. Actually, Guderian will probably be better. His critical attack rate is better. Rommel's attack damage is higher. I don't think I'm going to need... This is going to be... I don't know, let's make him someone a bit easier. I will not be using women because he's not free to play. You know what? Let's make this Monty. You can be Hoth. Some area commanders would be nice. So who do I have left? I have Rommel, Zhang. I won't be using Koenig. Rundstedt, Yamaguchi. Who would I put Yamaguchi on? I guess the Prince of Wales. I'll spawn a Prince of Wales next turn. I need to put a commander on the Typhoon. You're well defended, but you become negated as an air commander. I need a good air/naval commander for this. I want to put Halsey on the other Enterprise. You know what? I'm gonna say Nimitz. Because I want to have Nagumo, who has rumor, available to... No, Darlan cannot be put into chaos. He can be demoralized. I want to get Cunningham. I want to demoralize Cunningham if I can. So he can't attack, can't recover. I'd like to get rid of some of these units here in the Atlantic. There's going to be a new Battle of the Atlantic and the new Battle of Britain. Okay, I still have Rommel. Do I have another one of those absolutely busted tanks I can drop Rommel on? Sorry, I'm still new to this. I'm still trying to... I spent like last night trying to catch up on where the units are and who I'm going to be deploying. Rommel, I guess... Dang, I don't have the best thing to put Rommel on. The Tiger would have been much better for Monty. Maybe this T-72, I think. It's an upgraded T-72, so he'll be doing extra damage. 101, yeah, I'll put Rommel on an upgraded T-72. That's not a bad thing for him. You can make your own switches. Just bear in mind. Don't distribute your generals until you've finished the video, I would say. These things are so useful though. As are these. They are higher level BM21s. Good for firing for effect. But having some healing at a time, increased critical attack. Yeah, that's pretty good for Zhang. I'll deploy him to the north. Who am I missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Halsey is gonna go on the Enterprise. I could drop Patton down somewhere. Did I mention Patton? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I won't be using any of these generals here. I won't be using Caldecott if he's not free to play. Leslie wouldn't be bad. In fact, I honestly prefer Leslie over Patton. Even if he does do less damage, he has 3 useful abilities compared to Patton's 2. Just as mobile, has a little bit less health. I would use Leslie instead of Patton for sure. Who should I put him on? Let's have another armored car ready to move into the Americas. Leslie has good defense. And that's just assigning the generals so far. Saving you for later. Saving you guys for later. Let's get moving up. Having it on a rocket ship wouldn't be bad. Literally a rocket. I'm calling it a rocket ship, don't care. Missile cruiser, my ass. 91, 32, 899. I could put him on the Richelieu, yeah. It would hurt at first. What am I trying to... Yes, what am I doing here? Spawn another Richelieu. Yeah, that would be useful for supremacy in the north. Just making some small moves here and there. Seeing how far I can stretch my forces. You can actually... get a potential kill here. Seriously weaken the Spanish Navy. Get rid of a submarine of theirs. Not a bad way to start off. Increase our survivability a little. Next up, I'll be dropping a lot of assets into the North Atlantic. Now let's take a look at some of our allies. The Americas are overpowered. They have this guy on a HIMARS. This is what they look like when they're maxed out. If it's not lower than 50, man, that's crazy. If you're above half health, that's going to be a critical guaranteed attack. Deletes 50, ignores 50% of target's defense. 6 targets out of the range of 4 tiles. Oh my god. Look at how powerful that is. Brazil, Argentina, you guys are... How are you going to resist this stuff? Especially when you can't demoralize them and they can just keep on pounding at you. Doing so much damage, healing themselves time and time again. That's absurd. Here's what Coulson looks like on a top-notch enterprise. This thing can spawn elite units. 12 attack points. Here's what Coulson looks like. Cannot be demoralized. Ignores air defense weapons. Does better with stealth aircraft. And he has the naval overlord ability that Halsey would have had if you upgraded him. Oh yeah, level 5 Air Force attack ribbon, boosted by Imperial Eagle. Nasty work. They have a nuke launcher, and this is what your favorite boy Osborne looks like. That's absurd. That's also absurd. And that is also absurd. He cannot be demoralized, and he has something that makes him do 30% more against land units. Can increase his attack by 15% if he captures a city and the units around him. He's got inferior victory, Panzer Elite, level 5 across the board. He's a Marshal, absurd. He has 25,000 health. You literally have to surround him with generals and just demoralize him with something like Chenault's ability and just keep on hammering away him relentlessly. That's the only way you can contain him. Okay, that was how we distributed our generals for now. We still have 4 left. I will deploy them in a moment. Actually, I think I'll put Rundstedt on a level 5 rocket artillery because it has the ability to ignore smoke effects, and he has rumor, and I would like to drop Novikov down so he isn't such a powerful Air Force leader. He does have this Air Force medal, carpet bombing bonus, and Well, that doesn't matter too much, but he is a very capable air commander, has a 65% chance of dodging the enemy. I don't know why they made UN forces weaker than they are in the 1950 Challenge Conquest. I mean, across the board, like, okay, maybe not these guys. Paulus is insane. This is some of the guys we're gonna have to deal with here in Central Europe. Paulus, break the encirclement. He has Chernikovsky's blasting ability. Panzer Elite level 9, high defense. He can be demoralized. That's how you're gonna have to handle him. Here's what Rommel looks like. Very powerful. Does not have the elite bonus. That's good. Germany has a lot of generals. That's still going to be annoying because it's a level 9 Brandenburger. You can check that out. Level 7 Rocketeer with Richtofen, ignores anti-air abilities. Stealth aircraft, very powerful. Guderian does okay. He's actually fairly tame. I was expecting inspiration or inferior victory or something. He does have Panzer Elite, strong attack, but not much defense. Doesn't get logistics. Guderian's actually kind of weak there. For East Germany, you have Göring. Good economic bonus. Don't know why they decided fortification. You can't put fortification on an air commander. That's ridiculous. You have Brautisch. That's useful because it's on one of those things, but I don't see my units being killed too much. I am going to need to definitely 100% demoralize Cluj immediately. So Army Tactic Expert, that stuff is kind of nasty. Attack Guidance. He cannot continue to follow up. That's useful for Cluj though, but it is still a level 7 HIMARS. Here's what Manstein looks like. Makes him more durable. Can still be demoralized. That inferior victory. Artillery Legend does make him daunting. These medals make him pretty daunting. What Rundstedt looks like. Rundstedt. Oh my god, yeah. Very powerful. He has a chance to do the provocation ability at 60%, but still can kick in sometimes. He receives 20% damage, 20% less damage. When he's attacked multiple times, he actually gets a greater, he actually becomes more durable. And he can heal, he can evade 20% of damage by the enemy after attacking. And he can evade 25% of the damage he takes in, and he has a 20% healing factor when he attacks. He is absurd. He has great soldier. He has high defense. He's a marshal. 1,076 health. That is a lot. Crazy. Here's what Sikorsky looks like. Capable commander on a level 8 BM-21. Julius on a T-72. Once he gets into our territory, I don't think he'll be such a big threat. I'll try to lure him out if I can. Phantom forces with Horthy. Well, Horthy, man, it's Hungarian. Hungarian and Finnish are, I have no idea how to pronounce anything there. All I can say, I will probably butcher it, so I won't even bother saying Suomi for my Finnish friends. Antonescu, level 5 Tiger. Boris for Bulgaria. Plane fighting, nothing special. Tito is pretty special. He's a good guy to be sitting in wherever that is. And we've taken a look at everything. You have Anders, plain old heavy tank, Shmigui. You do have Simokhaya. Have to worry about him. Capable commander, you're probably familiar with him by now. Level 7 Hawkeye Force. Zhang, you're going to be needed up here in the north. Mannerheim. Rocco, you know him from the 1950 Challenge Conquest. Very powerful. Try to demoralize him if you can. Behind him you've got Malin on level 8 Phantom Forces. Here's what he looks like. Not as powerful as your Malin in my opinion. You got Zhukov, looking powerful. Ignores 100% of your unit's defense, that's dangerous. I do want to get Sokolovsky out of the way, because he is very powerful with them nukes. He can place markers on you. He has high defense. You took a look at him. Katukov, similar to the Katukov you might have. I do not want to enable automatic mode, certainly not. Fyodormenko, capable artillery commander. With inspiration, he will be a problem. You have Vasilevsky in the rear. He'll probably come over to be a bother. To your south, you have some very powerful allies. You know Williams, level 9 HIMARS, very powerful. Here's what he's configured like. Cannot be demoralized. Ignores defense and can attack again. Very powerful unit. I'll try to keep him moving along. With these conquests, it's important to keep your allies moving along. You move along with them. That's the best way to enable them most effectively. You have Weygand. Cannot be... Need a quick sip. Excuse me. A lot of talking, a lot of material to cover. He has Panzer Elite, his morale can't be demoralized, and he has a boost against elite units. You have some HIMARS, a lot of elites in Africa. You have Weygand, who is a capable commander. He has an armored army group ability here, inspiration, but he will be going up against Guderian, and I fear for him. He'll be getting 27% of his health back based on the damage he deals. There's 25% more damage. Guderian, you scare me. Level 8 artillery legend, gold ribbons across the board. And another heavy tank with Davis. Can't be demoralized. Chernikovsky ability. This is all quite filthy. This is all very, very filthy. Unclean! I do still have this thing. Shouldn't forget about it. But don't really have anyone to drop on it. And that is how to, that's a quick evaluation. Oh yeah, of course. Take a look at the French. De Gaulle, capable. You know what he looks like? You took a look at him when you were considering which generals to train. Hopefully, in reference to my video from like 2 videos ago. He's on the HIMARS. Gamelin. Strategic attack on an Ulf, which will make him harder to kill. Tassigny, capable infantry commander, best in the city. Troop morale will not diminish. Spanish, Franco, intended to be an economic, industrial commander. Nothing to worry about there. I think we'll steamroll the Spanish quickly. Here's what Darlan looks like. We did see him. What did this Winkelmann look like? Like that. Now Monty, he's going to be powerful. Not actually. He is on the Centurion. That could be a threat. You have Portal, decent economic city commander. You have Dowding, you know him. And Alexander, who is their only capable. But man, Britain is unfathomably weak in this mode. You have capable German commanders. Naval commander, you have Dornitz on a level 8 submarine. Let's take a look at what you're going up against in the States. Simmons. Okay, decent. Not too dangerous though. Has high defense. Spatz. Decent air commander. The baddie himself, Patton, who I eagerly await to unlock. Very powerful. On a level 9 Abrams. Crazy. Etchelberger. Or Eichelberger, perhaps. But you do have some powerful allies here. Kodik. That is absurd. And level 3 Panther Elite. Then you have some of the Soviets here in Mexico. Timoshenko will be capable on that T-44. Not a level 9 T-44. Be it level 6 BM-21 with Konev will be quite powerful. And you were actually a decent commander, Alberto, if I recall correctly. That fighting spirit makes you quite good. Let's see, whether it's the American naval presence, fairly weak, I would say, in the Atlantic, very underrepresented there. India, Phantom Forces, Timaya. decent. China is going to be a big problem for you. Leo cannot be demoralized. And he's on a capable nuki thingy. Fibum. Nothing special in my opinion. Yang. Yeah, like China got nerfed so bad from what it was in 1950. Wouldn't expect that. He's what lean looks like. Good technology, very good economic expert. I definitely wouldn't mind having someone like him on my payroll, even if I do have to fork over $1 or $2. I would say if I were a mid-game player or early game player. Pahlavi, decent, weak. Like Turkey got nerfed. Greece, Papakos, okay, decent. Italy, let's take a look at you guys. Badogli, okay. Not on an elite. I know you're decent, Bastico, but you're not on an elite. Like, what is this? Why did they nerf NATO so hard? Okay, that concludes an entire overview. Almost an entire overview. Nasser, capable commander, you have to deal with him. This is, I guess, the British strength, Auchinleck. But again, not impressed. The Soviets have some presence in Africa. Govrov does look like his elite self, but a little nerfed. And he has ace forces. Why? Vatutin, okay. Juan, okay. Still fairly weak. Weygand is really the only major presence, and he's completely surrounded. Saudis look decent. But again, they'll be turned into Swiss cheese. They do like Switzerland. Below Weygand, he's gonna, you know, wipe the floor with them unless he's especially stupid. This concludes a complete overview, the beginning, the first commanders, and some of the first moves of the 1960 Challenge Conquest playing as the European Scorpion Empire. I would have expected that you would get more generals to deploy. At least 5 more would have been nice, especially when you're playing as the UN. You're gonna need each general. Just look at how powerful all this stuff is. There have been some changes to diplomacy. Probably you can force surrenders without being on their border. That would be a big change, a very preferable change. Don't know what the reports are. The technology trees look crazy as they go along. I took a quick look at them and I'll just explain them as I go along in the actual gameplay. But yeah, that was a complete overview, the complete force distribution of the beginning of 1960 Conquest. Part 1. There will be many parts. This is going to take a long time. You'll see see what I mean when you see how long just doing one turn takes. Doing the introduction is full 40 minutes. This is absurd. I hope you guys enjoyed. We have some very powerful units at our disposal here. This is going to be a lot of fun. I will see you guys in part 2. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you learned anything, got an insight into a good thought process for when you're allocating resources at the beginning of your matches, then leave a like. If you have any questions, suggestions, tips, then leave a comment down below. I read all of them. I enjoy interacting with you, all my viewers. And if you want to see more content like this, there is the subscribe button. There is also this nice little feature in the bottom right corner that tells you how many units still need to be moved. That's absurd. I have 97 units. Yeah, I will see you in the next video. This is the Layback Launcher signing off. 07, everyone.